think, like, I talked about this last night about self-evaluation, like, and being impartial in your own self-evaluation of yourself, to be able to look at self-doubt and go, okay, well, why do I feel like this right now?
Well, it's me and I.
Like, me in the pool that first day, like, drowning in self-doubt, like, done one length and was like, okay, you've got 30 more of them to do and you've got 12 weeks to do it. You're not going to do that. The lifeguard's laughing at you. Like, there was a lot of self-doubt and I had to just stop, meditate and go, right, okay, well, that's all the shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at all of the other things that you've done in your life. One of my favorite things that anyone's ever said to me, which is fantastic for self-doubt, is when, and you'll have had this as well, definitely, when you get a client who says, I'm shit at whatever.
Yeah.
Like, could be anything. I'm not funny, or like, I'm not smart is a great one. It's like, oh, I'm just not smart enough. It's like, okay, nutrition. Yeah, you're not smart enough because no one's ever taught you it. So why the fuck would you be?
Yeah.
Like, no one in school teaches you about nutrition.
Yeah.
At least they didn't when I was in school. They might do now, probably not. But go and find me an area in your life where you are smart. Like, what do you do for a job? Do you raise your kids? Like, do you manage all of the outgoings in your house? Like, there'll be something in your life that shows you that you are smart, that disproves the fact that you think that you're not, which then you can draw on to remove or like reduce the feeling of self-doubt. It's like, oh my God, for me, I'm a fucking shit swimmer. Oh my God, I'm never going to do this. I feel like a fucking idiot. Everyone's fucking looking at me. Right, okay, hang on. Stop a minute. Have you learned to do other things that involve exercise before? And have you got really fucking good at them? Yeah. Okay, right. Well, do you think then maybe if you just try more than just one time in the swimming pool, you might get better at swimming?
More than one length.
Maybe just more than one length. Maybe hire a coach. Maybe go and ask some people who know what they're doing. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can shut that self-doubt up now and go and try and swim again. It doesn't mean the self-doubt's not there. Like, I still get in the pool now, do my session and go, a long way to go. But I'm still there. I'm still doing it. I'm better now than I was 7 weeks ago.
Because look, if you listen to that self-doubt and you give up, you're just going to stay where you are forever.
I'm just going to shit, really shit.
You're going to be shit forever.
Yeah,
you won't do the triathlon. You'll drown in the fucking open water. You'll have to get the boat to rescue you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You can't listen to it unless you want to be a mediocre muppet for the rest of your life.
That's it. Mark talked this week about like balancing your emotions.
Yeah.
And self-doubt, to me, is just an unbalanced emotion. It's an unbalanced view of yourself. So like, one of the ways you can overcome self-doubt, for me anyway, is to go and balance those emotions. So like, what are you doubting? You're doubting that you're never going to be skinny. Why? Okay, because you've never been that skinny before, or you've never lost that amount of weight before. Okay, well, what else in your life have you done that you have stuck to for 12 weeks, 16 weeks, 6 months? You get someone who's been to uni. So I've got a client at the moment who's got like, wants to lose a serious amount of weight, but has never done it before. And this is something that happened. It's what I do. Self-doubt can creep in there. However, I know that, and it hasn't yet, so this is kind of just a made-up example, but they've been to uni and I think they've got like a master's. So like, it's a long time in university to stick at something, be consistent at it, keep turning up. So when that self-doubt creeps in, if it eventually does, and they go, I don't think I'm ever going to get there. I'm like, well, let's look at the other areas of your life where you have committed to something for way longer than you need to lose this weight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not asking you to stick to this diet, this amount of calories for like 9 years, 6, 7 years, however long it took you to get your master's. Do you think possibly then you have got the potential in you to stick to something for like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months? Like, and it's as simple as that. Like, as soon as someone does that and steps outside of that unbalanced emotion, because you always get sucked into that moment, don't you? Of like simple things like, oh, the scales went up this week.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a shit session today. Oh, fucking, I messed up on me fucking, like, I missed a meal this morning, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, and then you go, well, I'm shit. I'm never going to do this. Like, just stop. look at the bigger picture. And as soon as you do that, it's like, okay, yeah, this self-doubt is just a load of
Well, this
nonsense.
is why meditation is so important. Do you know, Jacob, I changed the title from one of the clips that you put on with Lucy last night. And I said, I changed it to something along the lines of meditation will, it wasn't this because this is a shit title, but meditation will create success or something like that. Because it's not just about meditation to like
Meditate to achieve success in life.
Yeah, that was it. Meditate in capitals. Meditate to catch everyone's attention.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, meditate, it'll draw them to it. Meditate to achieve success in also capitals
Nice.
in life. Because it's not just about be present and be one with nature and just be a fucking Buddhist. Like, it's meditate so that you can catch your own bullshit. You can catch your own shit. You can catch that stupid voice in your head that's causing you to be average, and you can tell it to shut up. Because meditation, you're just watching your thoughts. So when that self-doubt creeps in, if you're not aware of it, you do have a meltdown.
Yeah.
But if you are aware of it, you can rationalize it, you can
Yeah.
understand it, and you can move past it. But if you don't have that awareness, you can't do that. Which is why awareness is pillar number 2 of the More Than Muscle program, lad, because it's just fucking essential for
Yeah.
any level of success.
Something which ties nicely into this, like with having gone to
Clip that, Jacob.
With being fortunate enough, I'm not fortunate enough, I made it happen. Well, I did, to put myself in a room with some seriously successful people and to be around seriously successful people.
Yeah.
One of the things that they all have in common, one, they all say that they suffer with self-doubt.
Yeah.
It's a part of being successful.
Mm.
But they are all in control of their emotions.
Mm.
I have never met someone who is like really successful who just flies off the handle and like loses the shit on a day-to-day basis.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like Mark, for an example, something happened at the start of that last mastermind where like they hadn't set the room up properly, and like they were all talking before, like we didn't see this happen, but they were like, he said at the start, he was like, and he lost it a little bit there because he was getting really stressed because big day, first time this was ever done with all of the group and it wasn't set up right.
Mm.
And he just went, no. And he had a little bit of a getting a bit pissed and then just went, that's not.
Yeah.
It's not what we need right now. And
Yeah.
brought it back down. And that, being able to control your emotion is pivotal, isn't it? Like you cannot be successful without it.
100%.
And part of that is how you're going to manage your self-doubt, is that when that self-doubt creeps in, it's like, well, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to listen to that voice.
Not even that I don't want to feel like this, because you don't really have much control over how you feel. It's just like, don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
How I feel.
Yeah,
I'm going to get it done anyway.
Yeah, that's a much more accurate way to say it. Yeah, it's like, okay, I feel like shit. So what? Remember I used to say that all the time. It was like, I used to say it to Rach and it used to really piss her off. It was like, so what? And I don't mean it as in like, so what, I'm not asked. I mean it as in like, so what? Like, so what as like a leading question of,
Do you know?
I feel like shit today. Okay, but so what?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, do you know, there's one of my mates, I don't know if you listen to the podcast, one of my mates from school. Remember you told me a story one time. He had a fight. Well, it wasn't even a fight, it was someone owed him some money. And it got a bit heated and he just smacked him in the face
yeah.
and dropped him. And then like towered over him and, what now, lad? What now? And he told me. And now it's always stuck with me. Because that phrase is funny.
Yeah.
You say, what now?
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's like, I've just punched you in the face. What are you going to do now? Like, what happens now? We're just going to lie there? Like, what do you know what I mean? So it's like, what now? The way you say, so what? I often say, what now in my head. Ever since he told me that story, it's like, right, your life's on the floor. What now?
What now?
What are you going to do now? You're just going to leave it there?
Yeah.
Or are you going to fucking pick it up?
Do you know, I listened to a really good one for self-doubt, and I've never actually done it in the way that it's a Goggins. It was a Goggins video, and he's another level in he for like.
It's just a
He
lunatic.
actively likes being in pain. He actively likes. Probably the only person in existence. Maybe Jocko, like Jocko Willink. Willink is it?
Well, Nick.
I don't know. I'm quite bad at reading, you know. Yeah. Do that all the time. What did I say? And what is it? Will Willink. That guy. You know who I meant. You know who I meant though. So, do you know what I mean? Who, you know, we always say like you can't get yourself to where you want from a place of hate.
Yeah.
Some people can. Because I think that is like the only reason Goggins operates on a daily basis. Like, okay, I feel too comfortable today. Let's do something that just makes me feel like shit. And just goes and gives himself. But it was him talking about that. He was like, woke up, felt like shit, felt tired, didn't want to go for a run. And for him, that's like a fucking 40-mile run for breakfast or something ridiculous, isn't it? But he was like, I was saying all this stuff, like I was tired, I didn't want to go to sleep. And I'm saying all this stuff inside my head. So I just videoed myself saying it all. And then I listened to it back. And I was like, what is that little bitch saying? Like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I've got a bit of a headache. Oh, it's been a long day. It's like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah.
And like, I've never actually videoed myself doing it. But when I get that in my head, I do just think, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying? Like, this is the life you want.
Yeah.
Having a bit of a headache. Fuck off. Like, shut up, take some painkillers, go to the gym. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And it just that simple thing of like just stepping back. And I think that could be really useful for some people when
I might do that.
you are stuck in your own head
Yeah.
of like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you actually saying? Like, a good one I might actually use it in future, but when people, I've never actually thought to do it, but I'm gonna. So watch out for my clients now. Someone sends you a voice note.
Yeah.
Go and listen back to that voice note. Go and listen back to what you've just told me in that voice note is the reason why you're not doing the things that you're going to do today.
Yeah.
And just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Because often some voice notes you get is like, oh, well, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. And I tried to do that, but then this happened. It's like, that's a load of excuses you just give me. Like, I know life happens, but nowhere in that voice note was there anywhere where you said, this happened, so this happened, but then there was no action from you. There was just excuses, and that's the important bit, isn't it? Like, shit happens. Like, everyone's busy, everyone's tired, especially if you're trying to fucking lose weight.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking tired. Everyone doesn't want to go to the gym. Everyone's got a headache. Everyone's had a fucking long day. Great. Okay, but what now?
What now?
What now?